When I first started taking my videos seriously, I really wanted to end up using them to let other pilots tell their stories. Well, the time has come, and I'd like for you all to meet my new friend, Robert.
You've seen this before, right?
I've never seen one in years.
Robert escaped Cuba when he was just a kid, and today he's an engineer, antique aircraft restorer, collector, artist, painter, and accomplished pilot. And I'm pretty sure I missed a few titles there. So while we go for a flight in his beautiful 1941 Boeing Stearman that, yes, he restored himself, I'm going to let Robert give us a tour of his world and tell us his story.
The good smell of a radial engine, huh?
All right, we're gonna do slowly taxi out.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born in Cuba when the Castro regime took over. My family had a small business of anodizing. One day they came and they said, you no longer own this. This now belongs to the government.
Really? They just...
Yeah, they came in with militia, took it over, and my mother said to me one day, well, we're going to have to live here. We don't have an income stream. What are we going to do? I said, well, we're going to have to go to the United States. I said, okay. And I said, okay, so when is that going to be, Mom? She says, Thursday.
One of the things about a radial engine is that they don't have an oil crankcase.
Yeah.
So it has an oil tank. So what happens is when you start it out, it always smokes. The oil stays kind of cold for a while, so you have to really stay on the ground here for a few minutes to warm it up before you're ready to fly. So you'll see there's a little bit of an unusual amount of time, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah. And what year is what's its original year of manufacture?
1941.
1941. Wow.
It was made for the Navy. All right, so we're going to sit here for a few minutes.
Okay.
Well, it was an adventure at time. Now that I think about it, it was scary. But then I was just a young kid. And a week later, they put me on an airplane to Miami. And
What age group?
I was 14.
Okay.
Just turned 14. But unfortunate, 3 or 4 months later, the October missile crisis hit.
Oh, yeah.
So she got caught behind. So I didn't see her for about almost 3.5, 4 years.
Okay.
And she eventually made it here. Went to school here, high school here in Tampa, and then I went to South Florida, got an engineering degree.
Pilot country traffic, Stearman, 66461, taking off to the north, pilot country. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Pilot country, Skyline 315, Quebec, taking off runway 36, pilot country.
This is beautiful. Oh my God, it's like going back in time.
When I first got out of engineering school, I moved to Miami, and I went to see an air show. A lady by the name of Mary Gaffney by acrobatics. And we talked to her, and she says, why don't you come to my school? Kendall Flying School. So we did.
The Hokie traffic went through Archer is parking 8 miles east of the field. Will be coming around for final for runway 1, Hokie traffic.
How do you like it? I love it. This is amazing. Going back to 1941.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119
See how the temperature's starting to come down?
Yeah. Hey, you got room for another airplane in here. What are you gonna get?
To restore the Stearman, I had to build some ribs for it. So this is one of the ones that left over, and I decided to put it in there.
Are those little nails in each of the corner?
Oh yeah. I made that rib years ago. Now let me show you something interesting. It's really, really, really interesting. Okay. You see that number 838? That's the number of my Staggerwing, right? Mm-hmm. Look at the number on that airplane.
Ah, so when was it recovered?
Oh, I did it.
Yeah?
Okay. This airplane, this was on the front of the magazine. This photograph was in front of the magazine in 1967 or 66. I think it was 67, okay? Flying over New York City, see Empire State there and all that.
Even before the towers.
And it's the same airplane. So since I had it, I figured, why not do that?
Oh, you got it. All right, my plane. It's like driving an old pickup truck. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to try and turn to the right. All right. And we are clear right and clear left. It's wonderful. You see why I can only take about a half an hour of this?
I love the red.
You like the red?
It's beautiful.
Well, there's a little story on that. I'll show it to you when we get inside the house to show you. I didn't know how to paint this thing. I didn't know what color was going to paint it. So what I did is I drew it.
Yeah?
I painted it on a painting. So what you see here is the way it came out of my painting. This guy took me 12 years to restore.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at the leather interior.
Less than 1,000 hours total time on this airplane. So what I did, I'm starting to put stuff on the wall, I'm starting to build things up. This one here in the middle is from World War I. It only had the one leg. And remember that famous thing about Rosie the Riveter?
Yep.
There it is.
Wow.
I mean, once it's in the air, it feels pretty easy to fly. I can imagine landing it is a little tricky.
Oh, you'll see how tricky it gets.
Yeah. Do you mind if I try a 360 turn around a point?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to pick that pond right there.
All right.
Clear left. All right, so I'm gonna turn back to the right and we are clear right.
So I painted that when it was still working on the Staggerwing.
Beautiful. Is the car the same time frame as the plane?
What kind of 1930s, 1940s car? That's a Duesenberg.
413 is that the number?
That's my
on it?
birthday.
Oh.
If you look at 413 everywhere, April 13,
Yeah.
you know, 413.
Yeah.
Even that some of the stuff around there. And by the way, that's my Corona moment. That's the guy singing to his girlfriend in the park. That's the new world we got.
Yeah.
They're completely different, isn't it?
Yeah, totally different. Totally different.
Have you found the airport yet?
Right over there, right? Yeah.
Cross the runway at 1,000 feet on the middle of the runway.
1,000 feet middle of the runway?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I have lived here longer than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open this door. So if it wasn't for Fidel, I would not have all this stuff.
I know.
So here,
Yeah, kind of bittersweet, huh?
yeah, this is a PA-12.
Is it the cruiser?
Yeah, yeah. I have two of them.
2 cruisers, huh?
Yeah, and same way. They are both in this process. So I'm starting to put it all back together again.
I've never flown in a cruiser. Do you like the way they fly?
I have flown many years ago once. But it's good for.
They're very roomy.
Well, you got 2 seats here.
Oh yeah.
There's 2 seats here.
You're gonna put a 90 horsepower?
No, 150.
Okay. Okay, now we're talking.
All right, I got it. All right, your plane.
Pilot under traffic, Stearman 66461, entering downwind for runway 18, pilot country. We're going to land to the south. There's no wind.
Right.
So what about the Staggerwing do you like and what don't you like?
I think it's beautiful. Okay, fast as hell.
Really? What's the...
200 miles.
Really?
Yeah. It's a handful on landing.
That's what everyone says.
The lowest time one in the country, in the world. It doesn't have 1,000 hours. Since overhaul, this one has 20 hours.
Really? Barely flown, huh?
Yeah, and same for the airplane since overhaul. So
Look at these shocks. They're so... That is really elegant, huh? Beechcraft makes some quality airplanes. What's the horsepower?
450.
450.
And that's what it was when I bought it.
Oh my god.
My neighbor saw my
I
neighbor.
like the nose.
Ugly.
Ugly.
Pilot under traffic, Stearman 66461, turning final for runway 18, pilot country. Nobody on the runway, right?
Runway is clear. Oh, that was great.
Not bad.
You're a pro. Oh, that was fantastic.
Worthwhile the drive, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much.
What I do here is I do zigzagging so I can see forward.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to my little world.
This is my dream world, where you are right now.
So what I do is I come over here, I step on the brake.
About 3 years ago, I retired and decided that was enough.
Yeah.
You know, and that my next project was to build this house and that hangar. And over the years, I've been building airplanes, as you know, and that in the last couple of years, I haven't done much because building the hangar and building the house takes a lot of time and effort.
I want to say thanks again to Robert for the wonderful flight in your absolutely beautiful Stearman. You really embody what it means to be passionate about aviation and to be driven to accomplish your dreams. Also, thank you to a FloridaFlying viewer, Dan Moynihan, for introducing me to Robert. I hope to continue to meet aviators and tell their stories. Thank you all for watching, and if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. And until then, blue skies, and I'll see you on the next flight.
Perfect, it's still recording.